My name's Adam Blackmore from Yachting. Welcome on board Tanaga. She's an absolutely stunning 2019 Ferretti 920. Let's do a full tour. Join me on board Tanaga. Today we're in Sai Kung, the national park area of Hong Kong. We have the perfect backdrop to the almost perfect boat. She's in absolutely pristine condition, and with only just over 500 engine hours, it's a great opportunity on the brokerage market. We're going to do a full tour today. There'll be no stone left unturned. Let's go. So we're now in the cockpit of the boat on the main deck. For me, this is arguably one of the most used areas on a motor yacht of this size. Therefore, it is also one of the most important. I'm really pleased to say the stability of the boat is really impressive. We have the gyro stabilizers on now, but she's ever so stable. You could really have a lovely, lovely lunch here with your family and friends. We set the table up for 4 guests today, but of course you can comfortably dine 8 here, no problem at all. We have the generators running, of course, but audibly you can barely hear them, and of course there's no vibration. Underneath us now we have a sizable tender garage with a Williams jet tender on board, which is included in the sale. There's a few more toys on board that you'll see in the video. These will remain with the owner. Stepping through into the saloon, we have these enormous semi-electric opening doors. I find the semi-electric balance is really good. Sometimes the sensor can be a bit oversensitive and you have the door opening and closing constantly. I really like this setup and the feeling of space inside and outside. The boat flows really, really well. Okay, now stepping forward into the boat, of course, we're in the main saloon here. As you would expect with any Italian super yacht, it's adorned with beautiful designer furniture. The Italians do a few things very well. Furniture, yachts, and of course, supercars. I really like this big L-shaped sofa and these 2 club chairs. If I was helping a client design a Ferretti 920, this is pretty much the optimal setup. The dining table is of course round. It fits the space perfectly and it's set up for 8 guests. We have these really lovely, very large windows in this entire area. And of course, with that extremely large door behind me that opens, this space is bathed with natural light. Okay, let's keep going through. This fabulous big opening door is again manual, which I really, really like, to be honest, and locks in place nicely with the lock up there, so it's extremely safe if you have children on board. It really allows a lot of natural airflow throughout the boat. We don't have the air conditioning on today. It's Hong Kong winter, but it's still over 20 degrees, nearly 25 today actually. We're going to check out the galley. There's a few things in here that I really, really like. So there's a big opening crew door to allow easy access for the crew to service, of course, the owners and guests on board. But having such a large amount of natural light in a galley on a boat of this size is actually quite rare on the market. There's also a very large American style fridge freezer, really big Miele oven and Miele 4-burner hob. You then have access to the crew cabin as you step forwards and head downstairs. Now, stepping up to the most important space on any Flybridge motor yacht, of course, the Flybridge. And this absolutely does not disappoint. Completely flat floor, enormous hard top that we'll check out in a minute. The crew have very kindly put up the bimini cover for us today as well. Now this space really you can enjoy with easily all your family and friends all day, no problem at all. I love this massive L-shaped sofa, and a bit like the saloon, this is pretty much exactly how I would set and design one of these boats for a new client. We've got a really large wet bar, grill and teppanyaki over there on the port side. and also an ice maker, and of course a fridge. The dining table is enormous. I'm not sure quite how many people you could sit here. I guess it depends if they're children or adults, but it's huge. 10 or 12 easily, no problem at all. There's also a lot of storage up here as well. So these cabinets here are all storage, and I love this big countertop. Normally, when you're dining on board a Flybridge like this, you lay out buffet style rather than have fine dining. The fine dining is saved for the saloon. So the chef can easily lay out your spread on here, and then guests can come and go as they please. Of course, the reason it's called a Flybridge is because of the helm position. The captain has all the controls that he needs here and has an excellent 360-degree view. I really like they've left space for an additional seating here. Very often my clients' children love to sit next to the captain when you're underway so they can feel a part of the action. Okay, an area I mentioned briefly earlier, which of course is key, is the tender garage. So inside we have a Williams Sportjet 395, which has extremely low hours on it, just like the rest of the boat. This big bathing platform, of course, submerses, goes all the way down, and I love the way these Ferrettis elegantly fold up and only leave a very small platform at the back, rather than having a big expanse hanging out over the back of the boat when you're cruising. You'll have seen in the drone shots already, she looks really elegant underway. The boat's design is just fantastic, an absolute marvel of Italian design. Now, as you would expect from every 90+ foot super yacht, the master cabin is of course on the main deck. What I really like about this one is they've left a lot of space for storage in here. So there's plenty of space for your long 2-week, 3-week trips on board. A lot of boats of this size really are lacking in the storage department. I'm glad to say that Tanaga does not. The head height in this cabin is superb. I'm just over 6 feet, and as you can tell, there's a lot of room above me. And again, I really love these windows, particularly the positioning is perfect for when you're in bed. So I can imagine waking up on a beautiful day like we have today, having your morning espresso in bed, reading the paper with this incredible view out. There's been a lot of thought and attention put in to the light and also the use of artificial light as well. It's very natural, it doesn't hit you in the face, it's an extremely relaxing space to be. So raised up right in the bow of the boat, we have the owner's ensuite. It's a very generous space, I would say. The shower is absolutely enormous, as you're about to see. I love these dark marble sinks as well. They really give a piece of drama to this space. And hidden around the corner, of course, you have the separate toilet just around there. Okay, let's head downstairs to the lower deck and check out the 3 remaining cabins. On the port side, you have a really generous double cabin. So if you were given this cabin as a guest of the owner, you absolutely would not feel shortchanged. You have a big wardrobe over here and a really nice ensuite bathroom as well. Now, stepping aft in the boat, the kiddies cabin, the twin cabins, we're going to go straight to the VIP cabin, or as I like to call it, the second master, which it really does feel like. Now, it was possible to specify this boat with 4 cabins down, meaning a total of 5, but I think this is the optimal layout. As I mentioned a couple of times earlier, if you were able to purchase a Ferretti 920 new now, this is exactly the layout I would have. This beautiful full beam, again, I hate to say it, second master, really is a great feature. You also have a very generous ensuite bathroom with a separate shower and toilet and a beautiful view out in the morning when you're getting ready, and an enormous, I can't believe how big it is actually, the walk-in wardrobe. For a boat of this size, it's really, really generous indeed. Again, for those long trips away, you could easily pack for 2, maybe more weeks, no problem whatsoever.
I hope you enjoyed the full video tour of Tanager. As you can see, the boat is presented in beautiful condition. lying here in Hong Kong, which is easily accessible to come and visit the boat and then also relocate after purchasing. Please feel free to reach out to me on the contact details below to arrange your private viewing and of course for more information.